What is up, guys? Fadeaway82 coming at you with a weekly Rust update video. Shit got real on the dev server early this morning, and we've spent some time playing around with the first iteration of the auto turret. Keep in mind, some of what you're seeing could change by the time that it goes live next week. The auto turret is essentially an AK-47 on top of a tripod that you're going to want to incorporate in your base designs if at all possible. It's an absolutely beautiful view model that is not a placeholder graphic from the Unity store, but rather a labor of love from the in-house art team. The auto turret is going to be used for base defensive purposes, not necessarily offensive purposes, and it uses the standard 5.56 round at this point in time. It currently cannot use the incendiary rounds or the high velocity rounds. Again, that could change by the time that it goes live next week, but that's how it's functioning at this point in time. In terms of placing it, it's very small and compact, so you can place it in areas that are going to be hard to predict where it's going to be. You can see it in relation to the furnace and the building cabinet there to get a sense of the scale of it. It is highly susceptible to melee damage, weapon damage, and C4 damage, so it's a bit of a glass cannon at this point in time. It will shred through players, but if players are able to get to it and shoot at it, or place a C4 on it, or even get to it with a melee weapon, it will go down relatively quickly, so that's something that you guys want to keep in mind. When you put ammo in it, it will expend that ammo at a very fast rate, and it will target animals that are roaming by, so keep that in mind when you guys are going ahead and placing this in your base. In its current iteration, the turret has a range of about 30 meters and 180-degree firing radius, so keep that in mind, guys, when you're placing it in your base. If you want to go ahead and make it, you're going to have to acquire some items that you can't craft. Specifically, there's a CCTV camera and a targeting computer that have been added into the game. In addition, you'll need 50 high-quality metal and one assault rifle to make the turret. And if you want to acquire those new items, being the CCTV camera and the computer, you're going to have to find them from either a supply drop, which will be a rare drop-in, or more commonly found in the helicopter wreckage, which you're seeing here. So it's something that has to be acquired through world events. You cannot research the CCTV camera or the targeting computer. You have to find them in these supply drops or helicopter crashes, which really makes this a highly sought after item, and you're not going to see a lot of them at this point in time, so it can be considered sort of an end game item. The turret requires that you authorize on it, so there's an authorization list similar to how the building cabinet works. And be aware, guys, if you shoot it accidentally, even if you're authorized on it, it will go ahead and attack you. So that's something that you really want to be aware of. Again, that could change by the time that it goes live next week, but at this point in time, it's very unforgiving and it shreds through players at a very fast rate, as you can see here. In the future, you'll likely be able to upgrade the turret, as you can see here from some concept artwork, so that's going to be something that we have to look forward to in the future. And also on the dev server, we can bring you guys some footage of the throwing rock in Rust. It's the same rock that you spawn with, and the rock has always been an iconic aspect of Rust. It's now even more versatile in that you can throw it. Be aware, guys, if you throw it and lose it, you will be losing a very valuable piece of equipment for the early game, so just keep that in mind. If you go ahead and toss it, you're going to need that rock to be able to survive. Using it though, be aware that the range on it is very short, so it's not going to go very far. And in terms of the damage that it does, it's going to do approximately, from testing that we did, approximately about 30 damage to a body shot. And if it hits someone in the head, it will wound the player. It won't kill them with the headshot, as best we can tell. It will wound the player, it will knock them to the ground, and then the other player can come up and finish the player off at that point in time. This is really cool, guys. It functions exactly as the way that the throwing spear did. It will sink into a player or the ground or a piece of a building structure if you go ahead and use it, and you can acquire it by going back up to it and hitting the E item. If the rock gets stuck in you, you can also go ahead and pick it out of yourself like you could an arrow or spear previously. Also, guys, it looked like the shadows got a bit of love on the dev server, and it was very beautiful and atmospheric in terms of the lighting that we were seeing, and the performance seemed to be greatly increased. So you can guys go ahead and you can expect to see better performance, better lighting, and more dynamic shadows when the patch goes live next week. Rust is one of those games, guys. It's a very beautiful game. It's hard to sometimes stop and appreciate the beauty of it when you have somebody trying to bash your head in with a rock or stab you in the penis with a bone knife. But when you can stop and appreciate it, it's really stunning, and the amount of effort that goes into making these landscapes rich and breathing is very much underappreciated, and it's nice to be able to show it off here, as you can see in this footage. And footprints were live on the dev server, so you can track player movements through the snow and winter biomes at this point in time. A small detail, but a really cool one nonetheless, and you can track players through the environment in a much more dynamic manner. Underwater, you'll notice there's some air bubbles which will be added into the next iteration of Rust, and bullet paths in terms of the trajectory bullets are taking will be shown underwater. We saw some concept art for a new PvE enemy, which is a play off the CCTV item that was added into the game. Really cool stuff. It's a drone. Absolutely hope we see that soon. A bicycle mode of transportation may be something that we'll be seeing soon. Hopefully we'll see the rideable horses as well. And we saw some concept artwork for monuments or statues here that players can build. These statues tell a story of how the players have been succeeding on the server, and it's a bit of a piece of progression and a really cool thing. Signs will soon be added into the game. This is something we saw a long time ago on an old dev blog, but it looks like progress is being made, and we will see these very soon. This again helps to add the sort of atmosphere to Rust to make it a much more interactive experience with players putting signs. No doubt we'll see some penises on these signs, but that is Rust. Also guys, some more work was done on the M249 model, which is the SAW light machine gun. This will hopefully be making its way into the game soon, and this might be something you have to acquire from the helicopter event, or it might be something you can craft. We're really not too clear on this at this point in time, but Rust definitely needs a light machine gun. That category has been lacking for a while, and when this is put into the game, it definitely will be a game changer and will be something that we'll really be looking forward to. Alright guys, and that's it for this week's Rust update video. As always, really hope you enjoyed it. I certainly had a lot of fun making it. I wanted to take a moment to talk about something that's really important to me and important to the US Rustopia server. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Boner in Sweatpants, you might remember him from raid cams such as the Battle for Rustopia, went ahead and made an absolutely badass hoodie view model here called the Safety Crew Hoodie. It's a play off something a construction worker or a police officer on a road detail would wear, and if you guys think it's cool, please go ahead and uplike it in the Steam Workshop. I'm going to leave a link in the description below. It was just uploaded a few moments ago, and I want you guys to be aware if this were to be accepted into the game, that the proceeds go towards helping to support the US Rustopia server. Believe it or not guys, it costs $200 per month to keep the Rustopia server going. It's on a dedicated box that exceeds the minimum specifications recommended by Facepunch to help mitigate against lag and to help bring the players the best possible experience. We're going to keep the server going no matter what. We love Rust, we want to help it to succeed, and we want to help to provide the best server possible, but it's very costly and none of us are rich, so if you guys like this hoodie, please go ahead and upvote it. As always guys, Fado82, peace.